Sagittarius, hello. Welcome to your reading for the first week of October. This is a reading for Sun, Moon, or rising in the sign of Sagittarius. And if you happen to be guided to or click on this message and it's not the first week of October, or it's not October at all, and you're still resonating with the message, then this message is for you. Time is not linear or a straight line as we perceive here on Earth. It is cyclical, cycles. We always circle back to energy. So if it resonates for you, the message is most likely for you. These are general readings, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Try not to build a story if it is not resonating for you, meaning that you feel it in every cell of your body, like, yes, she is talking to me. All right, Sagittarius. What's going on? What can we tell Sagittarius? Their current energy on this journey. Movement, choices, decisions. Oh yes, many of us have decisions to make, choices to make, movements, changes. Crown chakra. You're getting a lot of insight on the movement, choices, and decisions that maybe either you should be making soon, or you're realizing the choices, decisions, and movements you made in the past were based off of false pretenses or not of full integrity of yourself. Let's keep going here, though. I'm hearing a lot of doubt. Prosperity begins. Good. I think you are doubting yourself. But things are starting to open up. And they're starting to look up for you as well, Sagittarius. If you are already starting to see the signs, believe them. Trust them. Okay. Going through great changes right now, which causes a lot of mental conflict and confusion. Really kind of pulling us out of the traps that we set for ourselves. We get stuck in fear a lot of times. There is positive movement forward, but what I'm getting is that maybe you were afraid to make a choice, make a decision, make a move because of your past choices and decisions that you had, learned hard lessons from, probably. There are some changes that are going on in your world right now that are financial, material changes. Things are really starting to show, and it can be a little ungrounding at times, but I'm not getting that you're ungrounded here, Sagittarius. This is just part of your journey. We are wrapping up some pretty big karmic cycles right now. Saturn is going to be stationing direct later on this month. Mercury already stationed direct yesterday. We have post-shadow there. Mercury's still in an opposition to Neptune, so there's a little mental confusion still going on. Mercury is our mind, our mental processes. And we had so many planets in retrograde, so we were doing a lot of internal review in our life right now. So there is movement forward. Mercury starting first. Pluto becoming direct on this weekend, on the 8th. That's a big one. Pluto is more our psychological processes and our soul's growth and evolution. Huge. That's starting to go direct again this weekend during the full moon in Aries. So that's big energy for you as well. And then we have Saturn going direct later on in the month. Saturn is also releasing its grips, releasing the tension from this tight square that Saturn was in. A square aspect is tension, stress. The square aspect to the north and south node of the moon, that's karmic, highly charged karmic energy. So if there's any patterns, habits, anything that you're not picking up the full lesson and making the big changes by this past March, you had another opportunity to jump back in to old patterns, old habits, old relationships, old jobs, old things, play around in that again in newer consciousness as our consciousness is expanding. So we're starting to really like connect to ourselves more and get the lessons. That's where we're at right now. Wrapping up. So these karmic ties, these cords that we get entangled in from other people and our families and all these other things are starting to untangle. And we're feeling a little lighter, like, whoa, I didn't know that I was so wrapped up in this person or that problem or this or that. Like, we're expanding out, like, wow, I have not been really living my life. So anyway, let's dive a little deeper into this for you, Sagittarius. Hopefully, you'll be able to break free from this fear that you've been trapped in. We'll dive into this and see exactly what you're afraid of, Sagittarius. I just started to get a tension headache, which is very interesting. I don't get headaches. This could be crown chakra information coming in for you, Saggy. 3 of inspiration, movement, choices, decisions. Ooh, yeah. So maybe you were trying to control things in the past, or just not feeling comfortable making a choice or decision or movement because you were unsure. Well, if that's the case, good. Allow things to fall into place for you. Pay attention, stay present to it all, and you'll see. You'll know when it's time to make a move. And it also depends on your human design. I'm not going to go into that too deeply, but we each have our own human design of how we operate with our own personal energy. But a lot of times we're programmed mentally by our families and school and society to actually engage with our energy in the opposite way that our human design is actually designed to be. Crown chakra. This has been a long time coming, Sagittarius. The Knight of Materials, for me, always speaks of the teacher, the lessons, and it's a slow process of peeling back layer by layer of old versions of yourself, of karmic lessons, of it's stripping away a lot of things, and it is a very slow process. But you are starting to gain so much more insight on yourself, on your journey. Beautiful. Things are starting to look up, Sagittarius. I don't know if you're seeing that start to manifest in your life yet or not, but prosperity begins. But if you're not seeing it, if you're not believing it, if you're not trusting that things are actually going to start growing for you, you may hold yourself in this trapped in fear. You may be sabotaging this prosperity begins. So it's up to you. It's your choice, Sagittarius. You have to decide, am I going to trust and believe in this process, or am I going to continue to navigate my path the way I had been, which is stressful? Going through a big change right now. Big, big, big change. Tell me about this change for Sagittarius, please. So, again, it's been a slow and steady wins the race type of energy as you evolve. This 7 of materials, you are moving away from your past version and your past pain and your past experiences into a future self, a new version of yourself, a new version of your life. You're on that bridge right now, and you're kind of just checking all of the stops. She's checking her shoes untied, make sure that everything is, you crossing your I's, dotting your T's, or vice versa, dotting the I's, crossing the T's. You could be a little bit of a perfectionist, I'm getting. Just allow things to fall into place. Choose to believe the good. Choose to believe that things are going to be working out for you. Okay, beautiful. And as the tension eases up, this goes with trapped in fear. You can hold the light, hold the positivity. And we're going to be tested. We're going to be squeezed from time to time with dark thoughts, dark energy, challenges. Hold that light, hold that perspective, and unlock yourself from this prison, Sagittarius. There's nothing to be afraid of. The only thing you have to fear is fear itself. And that is a fearful thing to even trust. We're so programmed. Ace of Emotions with the positive movement forward. It's a mindset. You want to change the way you feel about change. Allow the positive movement forward to guide you into feeling good about what's going on, feeling good about leaving the past behind you, and positive future ahead. Beautiful, beautiful. Knight of Voices at the bottom and awakening. So there are deep truths that are surfacing, and you are awakening to much more than you had been present to in the past, which is a beautiful thing. Really kind of doing a little bit of self-analysis right now. So I'm going to take this over into the extended Sagittarius. If you want to join that information, the link to my Patreon page is in the description box below. If this is where you leave us, I will pull an advice card for you. And if you like this video, please click the like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. That helps the channel grow, helps get messages out to more and more people. It's a nice energetic exchange. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can book through my website, which is also in the description box below. It is BeTheChange333.com. All right, Sagittarius. What's the advice for Saggy? Denial. Says, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Sag, you're aware. Be aware, but don't let this take over you. Fear. Don't deny your fear. Be very aware and truthful. That's a part of you. Call all of your parts back to you. We think that we're just one part because we're in this one body, but we have this one main energy we're born with, and then we have all these life experiences that branch off different parts of us throughout life. So we've got our inner child, we've got our inner critic, we've got the sad one, we've got the scared, fearful one, we've got the angry one, we've got all these different parts. Call them all back to you, especially the one that is in fear. And talk with them, dialogue with yourself. Be aware of all these parts. Don't shove them to the side or put them, deny that they exist, because they will stay there and haunt you forever. So that's the message for you. If you'd like to continue on over onto Patreon, that information is below. If this is where you leave us, have a beautiful rest of your day. Take care.